Since there is no such thing as time, why can't we stay longer on Earth and complete the cycle in one lifetime? Be it the cycle of incarnations or even the galactic cycle of 25,800 years. Okay, first of all, I have to mention that I'm really not an expert on this subject. I have not had many clients that have asked a similar question in order to get an answer from their higher self, so I could say it here. So I will say the few things that I know, or some of the things that I think. Now, why can't we? First of all, since there is no such thing as time, I really don't believe longevity or immortality has much to do with time as we know it. But that's only my belief. I'm not an expert on this. Now, why can't we stay longer on Earth and complete the cycle in one lifetime? Whoever is asking this question, I'm assuming they are meaning, instead of coming to Earth 100 or 300 or 400 times, why can we not just come once and finish everything? I don't have a 100% answer on this, but I'm assuming it is because if we come once, we will only have one set of ridiculously stupid parents. We will only have the same body type for the whole cycle. We would only be either a man or a woman. We would only have one nationality, so one culture, because every culture has something to teach us. So I'm assuming, I haven't been told this in a session, I'm assuming that is one reason why we come to Earth many times and not just once until we've finished all our lessons or our experiences or what it is we want to get. Because I've noticed we do reincarnate in the same country sometimes, more than once. However, every time someone's got a problem and we go back to a past life to see if it does come from a past life, 95% of the time they're in a different country. So we need the soul needs the experiences of every culture, or almost every culture. So I don't think the soul would say, let me go to Earth and stay in the same body. Now, let me use this question as an excuse to talk a little bit about immortality. We are very close to reaching immortality, both scientifically speaking and psychologically or spiritually speaking. And I'm going to use the word energy-wise or energy speaking, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But we are going into an energy now where we will become immortals. Immortality does not mean that we will live forever in the same body, but we will be living for as long as we want to live in the same body. And then we leave the body and we go back home if we're finished, or we come back for another body. One of the first things we need to do, though, to go into immortality is to keep talking about it. You see, here on Earth, most of us, and when I say most, I mean 99.9%, always talk about illness, about death, about dying, about I don't want to end up alone, about I'm staying in this job because there's a pension, or because it has benefits if I get sick. See, we always talk about things we don't want, illnesses, dying, getting old. And because we keep talking and thinking about these things, it really does speed up the aging process. As for if we always talked about life and living and health, without doing anything special, we could easily reach probably 150 years. But we need to always talk about it. But we do the opposite. So that's one reason why we can barely reach 100. Most of us don't even reach 80. Second, we cannot do things we don't like and expect to stay younger and to live longer and to stay healthy. It's just not possible because of what happens to our bodies when we do things we don't like. They start dying. The cells start dying. And eventually, the body does as well. So yes, we are going to go into immortality in the next dimension, but that's mostly because we're going to change our thinking process and the way we speak, the way we talk. Now, let's see. Immortality. I don't think I have anything else on this. I do remember one little funny. A client asked, "How can I live longer?" And the soul replies, "Why? You don't do what you want anyway." Which means it is important to do what we want. Because really, if we're not doing what we want, why do we need to live longer? So we cannot do what we want even for longer periods of time. It doesn't make any sense to live longer if you're not doing what you like. We keep mentioning this, guys, in almost every video. I know I'm repeating myself, but again, I think I've mentioned this once before. This is where we are stuck at right now. We are stuck at not doing what we want. If we can get unstuck from that, everything else after that will be much easier. Simply because this will raise our vibration. Let's see if there's another reason why we don't just take one body. I don't know. I really don't. So I'm going to leave it at this.